someone actually gave me information about our great-great-grandfather, my father's great-grandfather, who served in the 108th Regiment, had been a slave in Kentucky, lived in Rock Island, lived in Port Byron, and I thought they were crazy because up to that point, I could only go to a great-grandparent, you know what I'm saying? And it's not unusual, especially in a lot of black families, that you can't go to, you can only go a certain distance. There are a lot of fortunate black families, though, who can go even further than that. However, there are a lot of us who can't. And so someone gave me this information because she had edited a book called The History of Rock Island County. And my grandfather's story was in there. Well, how did my grandfather's story get into this book? Well, back in the early 1900s, there was a noted historian by the name of John Hauberg, and many of us are familiar with the Hauberg family name. Well, John Hauberg was a member of that family, and he was a historian who was interested in interviewing what he called the old settlers. I've seen that term a lot. And some of those old settlers included Civil War veterans. Because of where my grandfather and grandmother and their family after the war were living, and it was in Port Byron, Illinois, which was another shock and surprise. He was one of the people who was interviewed by John Hauberg. And so because he was interviewed by John Hauberg, his interview, and what I call it a slave narrative, and some of you have seen and read slave narratives, it's the story of a personal story of someone who had been enslaved. It starts with, you know, here's where I started, this is what happened, and this is how it ended. And so I think it fits that narrative. And because he was interviewed by John Hauberg, his interview was among John Hauberg's papers at the Rock Island County Historical Society. So I am going